Hello world, my name is Timster, and welcome back to Digimon World 2. Now where we left off was, we joined a guard team, we got some new Digimon friends, and we barely made it through the first dungeon. In fact, we never completed it. In between episodes, I did do sorta kinda some grinding for extra money. Yeah, I sold some toy planes, I'm sorry. But we did upgrade our Digibeetles, so we'll stand a better chance in the dungeon and not worry about running out of power. Also gave us some additional features, but none of which we really need to be concerned with. For right now, let's just go ahead and jump back into our Beetle and head back to the domain. I'll probably meet you there. Okay, so here we are in SCSI Domain 2nd floor. We kind of skipped the first floor because we explored it entirely in the last video, and the floor this time, there was nothing new. It was Tapermon, Biomon, some chests, and yeah. And for the second floor, we actually have a new Digimon over to the left, right? Snogaburimon. I am not going to add him to the party. I know I said I would like to have one of each Digimon. Not him. He's not really worth it in the long scheme of things. And his evolutionary line is just not that great. You know what, maybe he won't be a bad addition. Let's go for it. Because at the very least, I can show you my reasoning as to why I don't particularly like him. Though I just realized a very important thing. Right now, we can only have 4 Digimon in our server and Beetle, well, mostly just in our Beetle. If you use the 4th one and we see a better one, we can't transfer Snogaburimon to the server. And that means we can't take on any new Digimon after him. So the only thing we can hope for is we don't run into anything that we absolutely, desperately want. But we should be fine. Yeah, I actually think I'm making a good decision by getting him, now that I think about it. His evolutionary line does kind of lack in a few areas. At the same time, though, he's a virus type, he's a water type, which are 2 things I don't have. And yeah, he might actually be nice. Also, translation note, I think that's supposed to be Snow Goblimon or something like that. Yeah, it's kind of like the same issue they had with Eris and Sephiroth in Final Fantasy VII. That's supposed to be a different type of Digimon, and if you look that name up and like, if there's anything similar to a Bulbapedia or anything of the like for Digimon, you probably won't find Snogaburimon anywhere. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Snow Goblimon. Or something like that. Did I join your party? Yes. And we're probably going to name him Bury. Because why not? Now let's see. Yeah, and there we go, we've got Snogaburimon in our party. I'm just gonna call him that because why not? Now like I said, we can only have 4 Digimon in our Beetle, and while I could swap him out for someone else just to get the training in... Yeah, you know what? No. I just realized I spelled Bio's name with a 1 or an I. Oh well. The sad thing is, I don't think there's a way to rename your Digimon, so it is what it is. Anyway, let's go exploring. Now like I said, this entire place is like a giant maze. No matter what domain you go into, you're gonna get lost. I'm so glad I upgraded the EP, or we might be dead right about now. Well... soon enough, anyway. It's been a while, so I forgot what kind of Digimon are even here. And yeah, you can run into dead ends like I just did. So if you come up here... Ooh! Not Batums! I'm sorry, he's like one of my favorites because he's so freaking adorable. Oh well, we don't have a choice, we gotta fight him. Okay, so we took down Snogaburimon. Let's to take on Batums. I don't want to. He's so freaking adorable, and he's kind of one of my favorites. They actually acknowledged late in Season 2 that Batums can become Seadramon. So when I first played this game, I thought, okay, I'm gonna get Seadramon if I get Batums. Nope. He becomes a Tyrannomon, or rather Dark Tyrannomon. And while that's a good Digimon in his own right, I don't think he evolves anything past that stage. If he does, it's nothing too great. But let's just hurry up, take him out, and I might actually come back for him and switch him out for Snogaburimon, because I don't know. Nothing against Snogaburimon entirely. Like I said, his evolutionary line is kind of lacking, but I just like Batums so much more. I don't know why, when his own line isn't that great either. Yeah, maybe it's just nostalgia. Alright, so let's just keep going, and we've looped all the way back around. So we wasted a bunch of energy. Oh well, we'll just come up here, and there's another Batums. The cool thing about him, too, is he doesn't really want to fight. You can try going closer to him, but the more you try, the more he tries to get away from you. And if you try pulling away from him, he doesn't give chase. So that's pretty nice. So I think from here on out, what I'm going to do is show off any new Digimon we encounter, and just skip over the fights with the old ones that we've already fought. Just to kind of save on time, and yeah. Oh wait. Another Digimon I wish I saved or waited for, Crabmon. I forgot what his evolutionary line was. I think he goes from Crabmon to Coilmon, that Coilfish I think they're called. I can never pronounce it right. But I think you can trade in a Crabmon for Wizardmon later, so he'll be nice to have either way. But we don't have the room for him, so we can't even bring him into our party. I guess I'll be making another trip in here. Alright, so let's just get this battle with Crabmon underway. Give orders, Spiral Twister, Boom Bubble, and Pulse Strike. Now your Digimon, unlike Pokemon, don't learn any new moves the more they level up. The only time they ever learn any new moves is when they actually Digivolve to their next level. So, Patamon only knows Boom Bubble, and he'll only know Boom Bubble until he becomes a champion level, which, if he becomes Angemon, he'll learn Fist of Fate, or Hand of Fate, or Heaven's Knuckle, if that's the Japanese literal translation. The only other time is when you DNA Digivolve Digimon. Say you merge two champions into a rookie. That rookie, after a few levels, will learn the parent's rookie level attacks, and then when he becomes champion, after like a level or two, he'll learn their champion level attacks. Otherwise, that's like the only time you'll ever have your Digimon learn new attacks through level. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is go back to the Digiline, because I've decided I don't hate Snogaburimon, but if I'm going to be switching him out for something, in my opinion, better, then I'm not going to bother putting him in the party, I'm not going to give him any experience, and we're out of items to carry, so let's see, to fix this problem, we'll go ahead and use an EP pack, because we could use it, why not? And in exchange, we'll get an HP Disc 1. The only downside is, when the items are in your beetle, they do not stack. And sometimes you won't even get an item from a chest. So, like, you can't have 99 HP discs in your beetle. You can only have one in one slot, one in another, and so on and so forth, until you're out of inventory space. Now, there is the floor panel, but I don't want to touch it just yet. I want to keep exploring and see... Never mind, we're going to go and touch the floor panel. Also, if you press the select button, you can actually enlarge the map if you click it once. If you click it again, you can make it disappear. So let's just click it once and touch the platform. I usually like to keep it big just to give a good idea of where we are and what we're doing. And I just realized we made it to the boss fight, and I don't recall if we're actually ready for it. Yeah. Let's just go in and try it, see what happens. Let me check, see if my Digimon are even at good HP and everything. And yeah, actually, yeah. The only thing I need to change is Biomon's MP, but otherwise we're in a good spot. Key thing to note too, when a Digimon levels up, their HP and MP, I believe, gets fully restored. So that's kind of a good thing and a bad thing. It's good because it's like, all you have to do is train and you don't even have to worry about leveling up or anything. But it's bad because in order for them to get the full HP and MP back, they have to level up. And it takes quite a bit, especially in the earlier dungeons, to even level up. I'm still kind of nervous, but let's give it a shot. It should be 1 versus 3 at this point, so it might not be hard. Glad you're here, you little tamer brat. Hey, that's not nice. I'm Hagurumon, boss of SCSI Domain. Look, I think it's supposed to be I, Hagurumon. I will crush you. This is it for you. That's what you think. I'm not even gonna read that line. Go ahead and make my day. Again, Japanese, American Western, yeah, Clint Eastwood, yeah. I think it was Clint Eastwood who said that line. Cringeworthy is cringeworthy. So here we have it, our first real boss fight against Hagurumon. We have Biyomon, Patamon, and Tapermon. And he's unfortunately got the specialty of machine type, so he's going to be dealing pretty heavy damage to us. But we've got plenty of HP, so I'm not worried. What I am worried about is the MP reserves, but maybe not so much. When MP goes down and it hits 0 or less than what your team can actually use, say your moves use 16 MP each and you're at 10. You can't do anything more. There's no other optional attack or anything like that. You can only defend, and every time you defend, you gain MP back. But unfortunately, while you take less damage, you gain more MP. You unfortunately sacrifice a turn you could be dealing damage to gaining more MP, so it's a bit of a catch-22 with it. You sacrifice your Digimon, or you stand by, defend, take less damage and heal MP, and hope you can kill him next turn. But we're at full strength, so let's go ahead and see what we can do. How much does Spiral Twister do? 12. Now, because this is a boss Digimon, this Hagurumon is going to be different from other Hagurumon we'll encounter. He's got a lot more HP, probably a bit more defense, and everything else. But we might actually have this in the bag. It's, like I said, it's 3 versus 1. His HP is probably less than half, and he can only attack one Digimon at a time, so 12 damage isn't bad. We got this. Okay, I take that back. I think we still have this, but his HP is above half. I would say it's about 1/3 of his HP meter gone. It's cool you can see their HP meter, but you can't tell how much HP they have in numbers. And you might have seen next to the HP meter, there are 3 empty squares. That represents 3 different elements any Digimon can have at once. And there's like paralysis, confusion, a few others like that. There's not many ailments, and there are ways of curing it. But that's just to help you, see what's going on with your Digimon if you don't already know it. And they can also have a skull on their meter, or on that square. That just means that your team has fainted, and you'll really only see that on your team, maybe even the opponent's team during tournaments, but I don't know for sure. Anyway, this should be the last round. And dead! We got him! So yeah, that was our first real boss fight, and not too bad, all things considered. 2 level ups for Biyomon and Tapermon. Nothing for Patamon, unfortunately, but we'll take it. Now, I don't remember if I mentioned this, but you cannot befriend boss Digimon. There's no way to do it. As soon as you take one step on the floor panel of their boss room, they immediately go after you without hesitation. Alright, I defeated the boss of SCSI Domain, Hagurumon. my mission is complete. Now I must go back to the city and report this to our leader. And that's all there is to it. We're a bit overpowered in terms of what our beetle can do, but you see why 100 EP would not have been enough for this dungeon. With that, we exit. Yeah, all things considered, that was a pretty successful mission. Welcome back, Timmy. Chief, please look after my Digibeetle. Leave it to me, I'll make it as good as new. God, I love this game. And when you come back to the city, your Digimon are fully healed. Normally, I would end the episode here. I think what I'm going to do instead is transfer some Digimon and some items. I don't think you can have less than... Yeah, you can't transfer Digimon from the line. And there's no way to make it so you only have one Digimon in your line. I don't think. Yeah, no, there's no way to do it, unfortunately. So the only thing we can really do right now is... probably Beomon, Tapermon... Oh, what am I doing? There's no particular order or particular way you can order your Digimon. I just like doing it like this, putting my starter in the middle. And I think we're going to transfer Gaburimon to our server. You can give him to the guard. It just basically gets rid of your Digimon if you need more space. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and transfer all of these except for the toy plane. And I'll take out a toy plane from here. We're going to go and get Crabmon and Batamon. Or at least we're going to try to, so I'll cut back to when we come across one or the other. Okay, so I kind of failed. I was looking for Crabmon or Batamon, not realizing we could get Gabumon here. So, I've already shot a toy plane at him. Let's just continue on and get Gabumon on our side. I might have to try to get Crabmon and Batamon off screen. But holy crap, I was not expecting to run into Gabumon so soon. I thought he was in another domain. But yeah, he's the other reason why I want the DNA up chips that I cheated in. Because he doesn't become Garurumon right away. He becomes something else, and then still something else if you raise it just right. And if you raise his DNA points all the way up, he'll become Garurumon. And that's what I want to aim for. And because he's a wolf type, I'm actually not going to call him Gabu. What I'm going to do is call him Fenrir. Because, how original. So I think with that, I'm going to end the episode here. I'm going to do Batamon, I'm going to get Batamon and Crabmon off screen, and we'll do maybe a little bit of training in between episodes, and we'll go from there. So thank you everybody for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and we will see you in the next video. Bye, world!